Okay, at this stage of the exercise, we should have a screen resembling something like this. We have 3 islands, several settlements with a graduate-based symbology based on population, airports, roads, and finally a buffer of the 3 islands which resembles a beach. Now we're going to use the print layout to create an exportable version of our map window. To find the print layout, we need to go to Project in the top left corner, then New Print Layout. We'll call our print layout our map. Okay, a screen like this will then appear. The print layout allows us to add all of the components that would typically be included in the map, including a title, a legend, and a scale bar. We're going to start by adding our map screen. To do this, we have to go to Add Item and then Add Map. Then we just need to draw the extent of the added map. Use the whole page here. Okay, this just displays our map window. We want to zoom in a bit more here. We can use the Move Item content to do this. If the map is selected, which you'll see it is in the Items window, we can just click the Move Item content and then you can zoom in, pan around to an extent that suits us and displays all of the islands quite clearly. Now we're going to add a legend to our map. Again, we need to go to Add Item to do this. Now currently, our legend includes all of the OS mapping layers we added to our print layout earlier in the course. We don't want to show this because they're not included in the map. We can customize what is included in the legend by going to Legend Items, unticking the Auto Update box, and then selecting the items we want to remove from our legend. In our case, the OS mapping layer, CPZ, and OS Major Islington clip layers can all go. If you just click the minus button, they will all disappear now. Now we're only left with layers that are actually displayed in our map view. I'm just going to rename this subtitle. I'm just going to delete islands because it will only show Tundra and Woodland. I'll do that, like so. Okay, happy with that. I'm going to add a title now. Go to Add Label. We can call it Map of the World. And you can change your font under Appearance, make it bold, and in Arial. Finally, we can add a scale bar. Also under Add Item, we also have the ability to add pictures, arrows, north arrows, etc. to a map window, but we're going to leave that for now. Draw the extent you want your scale bar to cover. And now we can edit the units and the segments that we want to be included in our scale bar. By default, it goes to kilometers. Oh dear, that's disappeared. If I wanted, I could change that to miles. Oh, does that work? We can also change the amount of segments included. So if I increase this one, we get segments added to our scale bar. I can also decide that I want it to go up in 2,000 units instead of 1,000 units, like so. If we wanted to add a new page, we can just go to Layout, Add Pages, and here you can insert how many pages you wish and whether or not they will be in landscape, portrait, and the size of the page. In this case, I'm going to add a portrait A4 page because I'd like to create a zoomed in map of the island to the left here. Now, I'm going to lock the first map so that any changes I make to the map window will not change the first map. So I'm going to lock this layer. So therefore, if I return to this page, any changes I make will not update on this map. So I'm going to zoom in here on this one island and then add a new map. Again, we can use the move item content to zoom into the one island that we want to create a map of this time. Now looking at this map, the labels of the settlements appear too small, or they could be a lot bigger. In the first map, we've got a lot more going on. We've got 3 islands to cover, so smaller labels are more suitable, but in this map, we can definitely have larger labels. The lock layer button is unticked, so we can return to the first window, go to settlements, right click on properties, and we can increase the size of the text to a more suitable size. I'm going to add it and increment it to 16, apply, okay. And now if we untick and retick draw map canvas items, the size of the labels has increased. But on the first map, the size of the labels has stayed at a smaller level. Okay, now let's try to export our maps as a PDF. We can go to this button towards the top and click Export as PDF. Now we just need to save it in a suitable folder. And it says here it's successfully exported layout. Let's open it up. Let's locate. Here it is. And here is a PDF of our maps. I was very lazy on the second map and didn't add a scale bar, legend, or a title, but you can get the idea.